Hare Krishna. Reading from Bhagavad Gītā as it is, chapter 14, text 21. 14th chapter, text number 21. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Kailingay Stringunan Etan. Adito Bhavati Prabho. Kim Achara Katham Chaitam Stringunan Ativartate. Arjuna Uvacha. Kailingay Stringunan Etan. Adito Bhavati Prabho. Kim Achara Katham Chaitam Stringunan Ativartate. Arjuna Uvacha. Kailingay Stringunan Etan. Adito Bhavati Prabho. Kimachara Katham Chaitam Stringunan Ativartate.
Arjuna Vacha. Kailiga Stringunan Etan. Edito Bhavati Prabho. Kim Achara Katham Chaitam Stringunan Ativartate.
Arjuna Uvacha. Kailingay Stringunan Etan. Adito Bhavati Prabho. Kim Acharya Kadam Chaitam Triguna Adivartate.
Arjuna Vacha. Kailiga Stringunan Etan.
Adito Bhavati Prabho. Kimachara Katham Chaitam Stringunan Ativartate.
Arjuna Uvacha. Kailinga Trigunan Etan. Adito Bhavati Prabho. Kimachara Katham Chaitam. Trigunan Ativartate.
What do I mean? Arjuna Uvacha. Arjuna said. Kai. By which? Lingai. Symptoms. Three. Gunan. Qualities. Etan. All these. Atita. Having transcendented. Bhavati. Is. Prabho. Oh my Lord. Kim. What? Achara. Behavior. Katham. How. Cha. Also. Etan. These. Three. Gunan. Qualities. Ativartate. Transcendence. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Arjuna inquired, O my dear Lord, by which symptoms is one known who is transcendent to these three modes? What is his behavior? And how does he transcend the modes of nature? Purport. In this verse, Arjuna's questions are very appropriate. He wants to know the symptoms of a person who has already transcended the material modes. He first inquires of the symptoms of such a transcendental person. How can one understand that he has already transcended the influence of the modes of material nature? The second question asks how he lives and what his activities are. Are they regulated or non-regulated? Then Arjuna inquires of the means by which he can attain the transcendental nature. That is very important. Unless one knows the direct means by which one can be situated always transcendentally, there is no possibility of showing the symptoms. So all these questions put by Arjuna are very important and the Lord answers them. Om Ajnana-Timirandasya Jnana-Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Prabhu Vishnu Sthapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Yogadamam Tadavesha Kandilo Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Dhammam Shri Guru Vaishnava Vaksha Shri Guru Sadhajadam Saharadam Vidatam Sajivam Sadhvedam Sadhudam Bhajan Zairam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pavadhan Sanyaradam Sudhavacharana Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshnaaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Ramane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prajate Nirvishesha Srimati Paschatya Deshakarni Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Guru Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vancha Kalpate Vishta Vasi Rupe Vacha Patidana Hare Krishna Guru Hare Krishna. So we will move on from the Saturday Bhagavad Gītā satsang, and today is very auspicious day, as you know. From today, like Purnima, today is the Purnima. So from today onwards, we actually commemorate this coming of Damodar month, Kartik month. So Damodar month, like devotees like very much this Damodar month because we have a lot of festivals happens and every day is a festival because we offer Gītā, Gītā offering to Lord. So those who are here, they are fortunate this weekend or this month of Damodar. We should discuss about Lord Krishna's pastimes, and if you see, Bhagavad Gītā is not different from Krishna's pastimes only because here Lord Krishna is giving this transcendental knowledge to Arjuna by which he can perfect the life, the human form of life. So I humbly request all devotees to spare more time during this month of Damodar. They can chant more, they can read more, they can invite friends to their home and offer Gītams to Lord Damodar. So every day, like we can increase our devotional activities in this 27 days, 28 days. Coming back to this sloka, so this sloka, like Arjuna is inquiring from the Lord. So what is the symptoms by which one who is transcendent to three modes, and what is his behavior, and how he can transcend the three modes. So for the previous almost more than 1 month, we were discussing about the three modes of material nature. That was the topic of discussion for us. So in the last class, so we discussed like Krishna is giving an instruction to Arjuna, like when the embodied being is able to transcend these three modes associated with the material body, he can become free from birth, death, old age, and their distresses, and can enjoy nectar even this life. So if one wants to be happy in this material world, then he has to transcend the three modes. That's what actually Krishna has instructed Arjuna. So it's obvious that actually one who hear this instruction, the next question will arrive in his mind is that how one can transcend these three modes. That is what actually Arjuna is asking in the next verse. That he is asking, Kaya linge strim gunan etai atito bhavati prabhu kim acharya katham chaitam strim gunan adivartade. So these three questions are being asked by Arjuna. The first question is like, by which symptoms in one known who is transcendent three modes? So what are the symptoms of those who are transcendent three modes? That is the first question which Arjuna is asking. So by symptoms one is known actually. By behavior we can understand that one has transcended the three modes. So similarly here Arjuna is asking what are the symptoms of one who has transcended the three modes. So here we can see that. So here Arjuna wants to know who has the symptoms of a person who has already transcended the modes, material modes. So first he wants to understand who has transcended the three modes. What are the symptoms of a person who has transcended the three modes? So I am not going in a detail because the first two questions answers is being given in the next verses, actually text 22 to 25, and for the third question, how one can transit three modes, that has been answered in the text 26. So in detail we will be coming to know about this, but I will just brief it actually. So one who has symptoms of a person who has transcended the three modes, what are the symptoms? So one who has transcended the three modes, then he is not affected by the material distresses. That is one thing. Sometimes we see that actually something good happens to us, then we will be happy. When something bad happens to us, then what will happen? We will be sad. That is a normal thing. So one who is transcendent in the three modes, who has transcendent in the three modes, he will be equipoised actually. Whether happy things happen, he will be happy. Whether sad things happen, he will be okay. So with example we can understand this. I am reading Srila Prabhupada Gītā as of now. So I was wondering how Prabhupada was equiposed to all these things. Because as you know, Srila Prabhupada in 1922 met his spiritual master Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. So after meeting his spiritual master, he got the first instruction is that actually you are a learned person, so you should preach this message of Bhagavad Gītā and Srimad Bhagavad in English speaking countries. You should write some books and read and preach this message to this English speaking people. Why? Because actually this at that time Indians were following Americans. No one saw the same thing is only happening. So if Indians wants to know, if Indians wants to value the Indian culture, the Vedic culture, if you say Sanatana Dharma, then what? So if Americans follow only, then they will follow it. That's what actually Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj told Srila Prabhupada. So at that time Srila Prabhupada, he was like a patriot. So he told actually first we need to get independence. After getting independence only we can go for Krishna consciousness. So he was telling that Krishna consciousness doesn't wait for independence or not. Because it is an emergency. Because after getting independence again some problems will happen. That Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj clearly knows. Even after getting independence, our Indians are happy? No. They are having so many problems, no actually. Whether our death or old age or disease has reduced after getting independence from British, no. Still that things are happening. So real independence means to depend on Krishna. That's what actually Shastra says. So how to depend on Krishna? That thing is being taught in Bhagavad Gītā and Srimad Bhagavad. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj could understand that this Avaichar at that time, his name was Avaichar, Srila Prabhupada's name. So Avaichar is a young guy, he is energetic and he has the capacity to preach this science of Krishna consciousness to others. So he ordered him the same thing. Again he met him, actually Srila Prabhupada met his Guru Maharaj only for 3 times. First was in 1922, then again he met again during his initiation and before Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj departed in 1936. Only 3 times he met, but 3 times Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj gave the same instructions to him. What? To preach this message of Godhead to English speaking public actually. So he got this message from 1922, but he was working for that actually, to preach this message. So many things happened actually. His family left him, his business was lost, many things has happened, but he was very determined that I should stick on to this Krishna conscious message. Somehow or other I should continue with this Krishna conscious message. Next. Just a minute, then the channel. So Prabhupada, if you see, he was equiposed to whatever happened. Maybe he is happy or distressed in whatever condition. Actually what happened was that actually Srila Prabhupada was equiposed. So even if you see in this, if you see Srila Prabhupada went to US in 1965 in the month of August. So till that 33 years, if you see, almost 32, almost 40 years actually, if you see, more than 40 years, Srila Prabhupada, in his mind, he was meditating on the instructions of his spiritual master that I should preach this message of Krishna consciousness. In between, so many things has come. Actually, what happened? Actually, like his business lost. He has some friction with his family. Then he went to another place in actually Jhansi. He established one Bharati Vidya. There he started preaching. Then some governor's wife came and he wanted her for some ladies program. Then actually he was actually left off from that place. Like that, many incidents happened. If you read Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita, very wonderful. So even after that also Prabhupada didn't actually think that, oh Krishna, I am trying this much, but you are giving me negative results. Why it is happening like me to this? But he was thinking only one thing. Krishna, all these problems are given to me so that I should take shelter of me more. Like whenever problems happen, devotee will think that actually these problems are given to me by Krishna so that I should take shelter of Krishna more. Not that actually we will complain that I have chanted 16 rounds, then again problems are happening to me like that. Why problems are not happening to others who are not chanting like that? So in the similar way, Srila Prabhupada, when these problems came, he thought that actually Krishna is allowing me to serve him in some way or other. Like he is thinking in such a way. So whenever problems happens, if we complain, then always we will have time to complain only. But in the same time, whenever problems happen, if we think grateful to Krishna, oh Krishna, at least you are giving me the time to chant your holy names. At least I am fortunate that actually out of many thousands of people I am able to chant these names. I am able to read Bhagavad Gītā. I am getting air. Everything is given by you. In that way, if we count our blessings, then we will be happy in our life. Otherwise, if we complain every time, then always problems will come to us. If you are feeling happy that at least Krishna has given me this good life to me, he has given me a good family, he has given this Krishna's names, he has given Bhagavad Gītā, he has given devotees, he has given association, he has given prasadam, he has given kirtan. In this way, if we count the blessings, then we will be always happy in the life. So that is the secret in devotional life. If we always count our blessings, then we will be happy. Then we can advance more and more. The same way, Srila Prabhupada was always counting his blessings, whatever he got. Gradually, what happened was by Krishna's mercy, then he got into Jaladoda, then he went to America, they started preaching. Then gradually, he built one of the temples within 11 years. He traveled 14 times within that 11 years and established this International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So what we can see from Srila Prabhupada's life is that his determination, his enthusiasm, his conviction and faith in Krishna. So if one is sincere and one is serious in Krishna consciousness, he can advance. That's what Srila Prabhupada always says. These two things we can see in Srila Prabhupada books. He always stresses sincerity and seriousness. What it means to be sincere? Sincerity means actually whatever happens, I should continue my Krishna consciousness. That is what sincerity means. No. If I am okay, I am happy, I am sad, whatever happens, I should continue with my Krishna consciousness. That's what actually sincerity means. And seriousness means you should be pursuing that goal. My goal is to become a pure devotee of Krishna. I may have many other material goals. Maybe I have to build up my family, I have to give education to my children, and maintain my life. Everything will be there. But all these things are secondary only. My primary priority is to become a pure devotee of Krishna. That is my primary priority. So that should be the focus. So one who has, as we mentioned here in this text 14, text 21 of 14 verse we are discussing. Here is Arjuna is inquiring the symptoms of one who has transcended the three modes of material nature. So that symptoms is that actually he is equipoised actually. That's what we are discussing here. So whenever profit happens or loss happens, whenever he or God, whenever he gets somebody praises him or somebody actually doesn't praise him, he'll be equipoised. That's what actually a person who has transcended the three modes. That is the symptom of a person who has transcended the three modes. Because he thinks that actually whatever other person tell him about me or not, my connection with Krishna is eternal. So I should serve him and I should please him. That should be our focus. Sometimes we may serve. So sometimes senior devotees may actually chastise us. Actually, you should not do like this, you should do like that. So why they are chastising us? For that, because to advance for only one purpose, so that we can advance. It's not that actually personally they have some grudge with us. So they are giving some instruction. Oh, Prabhu, you should not do like that. You should do like this, like that. He will give an instruction to us. These instructions are given for because they are our well-wisher, so that we should advance. Because if we are doing something wrong, automatically someone should correct us. Otherwise, what will happen? We will do that wrong thing entire our life. So in order to correct us, actually devotees may chastise us or will correct us. So to get corrected is nice actually. Because the first quality which a devotee should have in spiritual life is to be humble actually. What it means to be humble? To think that actually I am just a servant of Krishna and devotees. To have that mode. So humbleness means to accept the instructions as it is. So Krishna is giving instructions through Bhagavad Gītā. Same time, devotees will give us. When practically we are doing some services, some mistake will happen. So devotee, actually Krishna is giving the instructions through devotees. So through devotees we should understand that actually this devotee is guiding me, so I should follow him. So maybe to understand material subjects, humility is not required actually. Maybe we may think that I'm proud or I can know this thing, I have this much knowledge. That may help us in acquiring material subjects. But in spirituality, how much we are humble, that much we can get Krishna's mercy. So humbleness means actually what actually Krishna also tells. Actually, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives us a very good example, like in Sikshashtra. Actually, that is Junadavi Sunichena, Tarohapi Savishnula, Amanagina Madanena, Kirtani Aladri. So blade of Buddhas has what value? We are just traveling on that. It doesn't have any value. But why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving that humility? He is comparing that humility with a blade of grass. So we have to learn from the blade of grass also. Actually, for a devotee, he can get knowledge. He can get even small things from everything like that. If somebody is a sincere inquirer, he can get learnings from even a small thing. We can see that when we are walking on a grass, what will happen? We are just passing on. We are just pressing on a blade of grass. We are stepping on. What will happen? The blade of grass will complain, "Oh, who are you to step on me?" Like that, the blade of grass will complain, "No." What will happen? Immediately when we move off, that blade of grass will come ahead. It will come back to his normal position. So that is the quality which a devotee should have. He should be humble. But first thing is humility, next thing is tolerance. So humility and tolerance is required for us to carry on our life. In family life also we require humility and tolerance. Sometimes our children won't listen to us, so sometimes we should tolerate them. We should be humble and we should try to correct them. We cannot get angry and beat them to follow us. Next is Tarorapi Sahishnuna. Next thing is to be tolerate. So how we should tolerate them? You can understand the tolerance from the example of a tree. So if a tree, if we see whole day, actually the tree is bearing the sunlight and it is giving shade to whom? To us actually. It is giving shade, whether it is scorching heat or it is heavy rainfall. One can sit and actually beside the tree and get that protection from the tree. You can understand that. The tree is giving that. It is tolerating everything and giving us the happiness to us. And what we are doing with the tree, after some time, when the tree is of no use, what we will do? We just cut out the tree, and again we are using it for burning, or using it for making some furniture and everything. Whether the tree is complaining? No. So the best example of tolerance is from tree only. We can understand how much tolerance. Anadapi Sunichena, Taravarabi Saishna, Amanina Manadena, Kirtane Sadane. And next thing is very important. We should always offer respect to others, and we should not actually expect a drop of respect from others. So we should be ready to offer respect to others. Actually, if we see, we can offer respect to others at any point of time. There is nothing hindering to us. Only thing is our ego is actually not preventing us not to offer respect to others. So we should be ready to offer respect to others, and we should not expect any respect for ourselves. So in that case, one can chant Krishna's holy names constantly. So this is what actually Sikshashram prayers is. So we can always meditate on this prayers of Sikshashram. So my spiritual master used to tell that actually one should string this verses of this 4 verses of this Sikshashram in our bead actually, in chanting bead, and we should chant, we should meditate on that constantly. So if somebody is humble, somebody is tolerant, then one is always ready to offer respect to others, and he's not expecting any proper respect for ourselves. Then he can always constantly chant the holy names. So we should strive to inculcate these qualities in our own life actually. As we are progressing in this devotional life, so we should be try to be humble. Because those who are humble, only meek and humble can get Krishna's grace and he can enter kingdom of God. Actually, in Bible also it's actually mentioned only meek and humble can enter God's kingdom. Like that actually, meek and humble. That's very required. And we should be tolerant and we should always offer respect to others. Actually, we should not think that actually I am a devotee like that. We all are trying to become a devotee. Actually, we are not a devotee. Actually, we are trying to become a devotee. So we should offer respect to always others, whether it will be equals, whether seniors or juniors. We should always think that actually all are Krishna's part and process. So how Krishna sees everyone in the same way we should see others. We should always think about the good in others actually. Everyone has a good quality. Not that actually only I have good quality, others doesn't have good quality. So we should always meditate on others' good quality and we should glorify them. And if they have any bad quality, we should not ponder on that actually. And we should, if we are on a higher level, then we can try to correct them in a constructive way. Not that actually I should correct him so that I become devotee. So in that way, we should try to correct them in a humble way. In that way actually. So in that way, if we are able to continue the devotional life, then we can advance actually. So that was the first question he asked actually. So those who are equipped, they can transcend the three modes. The next question he asked is that actually what is his behavior? So how we should behave? The behavior of such a devotee is that actually he is equal to everyone. He doesn't he doesn't have any partiality. Like somebody is dear to me, somebody is not dear to me. So those who are transcending the three modes, they are very equal to everyone. We can just understand from Srila Prabhupada's example itself. We can see how Srila Prabhupada was equal to everyone. He doesn't think that actually like I am a great devotee, he is a small devotee. So it happened, some might have heard in Srila Prabhupada past times. So I think it happened in Australia long back. Actually when Srila Prabhupada installed the deities of Radha Krishna in Australian temple. So the devotees were very new. So they don't know how to do the Abhisheka for the Lord. They were very new. So Srila Prabhupada will arrive at the ceremony, so they have to make it ready, everything. So Abhisheka was going to happen. So they haven't witnessed any Abhisheka in their own whole life. So the devotees, what happened was that actually for doing the Abhisheka, they don't know what to do. So what they did was that actually they prepared some fruit salad. They cut some fruits and put some milk, and they make it ready. They don't know that actually we should have like Panchamrit, no? Actually that milk. Then ghee, we should have honey, then we should have curd, then all these things should be there. So they were not knowing. Then, so what they did was that actually they didn't make anything ready. So Srila Prabhupada arrived at that place. So what happened was that nothing is ready. Nothing for the Abhisheka was ready, nothing has been prepared. So he was very furious actually at that time. So he was very angry and he asked for that thing, then they brought some other thing. Then he was very hot actually at that time. So somebody from the public, he was watching this actually. Srila Prabhupada was getting angry with the disciples. Because spiritual master can get angry with the disciples to correct them. So at that time, he was just out of his mind actually. So that one public in that place was asking Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, you are always saying that you should chant Hare Krishna and be happy, but you are getting very furious now. Like that, he immediately commented on Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada didn't think that actually he is like somebody, some public, and I am a great Acharya. Who is he to just correct me like that? Immediately he thought that why I should be angry? Whatever he is giving is a nice suggestion. So he immediately took the Japamala and he just went into a corner and he just chanted Hare Krishna. Then he actually instructed the disciples how everything should be done, and they did that Abhisheka and installed the lordships. So from this we can learn how Srila Prabhupada himself is personally instructing that actually. Whoever may be correcting us, we should be ready to accept that correction. Not that we should think that actually he is not qualified to correct me. So we should be ready to accept the correction. So this is what the behavior of a Vaishnava is. There are a lot of examples in Srila Prabhupada's pastimes we can see, like how Srila Prabhupada was always ready to accept the corrections and he see good in others also. Like when Srila Prabhupada was distributing this Bhagavad back to 100 magazines. So we are distributing in Delhi. Actually, he himself was printing. Actually, he was writing it. He was printing it. He carried that from that Indus. He wanted to personally distribute. All these things were single-handedly done by Srila Prabhupada. So when he was in Delhi, so he was distributing these magazines. So some common man who was drinking on tea, he commented on Srila Prabhupada. Why Srila Prabhupada Swami, you are just distributing this Bhagavad magazine? Why can't this magazine somebody may read and he will throw off? Why can't you write a book on Bhagavad Gītā of Srimad Bhagavad like that? So he immediately accepted that advice and he started writing that. That inspired him to write these books. So in that way, Srila Prabhupada actually accepted whether he said somebody who is very new to Krishna consciousness, even if he gives some advices, he used to accept. So this is what his behavior from that here we can see. Because even Srila Prabhupada was like, if we can see from here Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada built 108 temples within the 11 years. In that 11 years, but he didn't think that actually this temple belongs to me. Even after constructing that temple, after 2-3 days, Srila Prabhupada didn't stay in one place. So he thinks that this is Krishna's place. I should not stay in this place. I have this duty to preach this Krishna consciousness to others. Immediately he will fly from one place to other place like that. So he didn't think that this is my property. All this ISKCON's account, lands will belong to me. He thinks that I am just an instrument in my hands. Only qualification which Srila Prabhupada claimed is that actually I just try to present the teachings of my spiritual master without any addition and subtraction. I just became an instrument like that. Many acharyas came to America and tried to preach, but no one had become successful. Only qualification Srila Prabhupada had was for that actually. Like, he meditated on Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj's instructions deeply, and he actually transmitted that message as it is. He didn't mix it actually. Like that, if I go to America, if I tell that, if I chant 16, everyone should follow these 4 relative principles. Then nobody will become a devotee. Then let me mix something like that. Then let me reduce this 4 relative principles to 2. Like that, he didn't do. Actually, he followed whatever his spiritual master has given. He has faith in Krishna and his spiritual master. Somebody who is very sincere, he will follow these instructions. And what happened was that actually many people followed it actually. So in that way, Srila Prabhupada, he didn't compromise in his teachings. So this is very great thing which we can study from Srila Prabhupada. We can see many people, they compromise. Okay, you can do this thing, you can do that thing, you can do this yoga, that yoga, like that. But Srila Prabhupada is very particular. You should chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mantra, you should follow these relative principles. These are the basic things. Like that. He always insisted on these things. And the next thing is that, here Arjuna is asking, how does he transcend the modes of nature? This is very important. So, he heard everything from Krishna. So, how one should transcend the 3 modes of nature? This is very important. This is very important sloka. To that only, this answer is given. So, the translation is that one who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. So, that is the answer which here Krishna gives. So, one who engages in full devotion, I am chanting Hare Krishna Mantra so that I will get more money, or I am chanting Hare Krishna Mantra so that I will get good job, or I am chanting Hare Krishna Mantra to get something else. So, that is with motivation. Unmotivated devotional service means I am chanting Hare Krishna Mantra for the pleasure of Krishna, for the pleasure of devotees like that. So, that is unmotivated devotional service. So, devotional service means without any motivation. Not that actually I am doing chanting Hare Krishna Mantra, I am coming to satsang so that I will get something more, some money or some fame or some name, or I will get some piety or like that. Not like that actually. That is not devotional service. Devotional service means to please Krishna. To please Krishna. Whatever condition I am, I should please Krishna. If I am coming, I am sitting here, I am hearing about Krishna, to please Krishna. I am coming, I am honoring Krishna Prasadam, to please Krishna. I am offering Gītā to Lord Damodar, to please Krishna. Not that I am getting some benefit. That is the meaning of devotional service. And unmotivated, uninterrupted. Uninterrupted means actually without any stoppage. Like the devotional service should continue. Not like that I chanted Hare Krishna Mantra for 1 week, then I will not chanting Hare Krishna Mantra for 1 month. Not like that. Every day you should chant Hare Krishna Mantra. Prescribed number of rounds. If possible, one should chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mantra daily and follow these 4 related principles. And at the same time, you should read Bhagavad Gītā and all these scriptures also. So that is unmotivated and uninterrupted devotional service. So this is the definition of actually devotional service which Srimad Bhagavatam gives us. And next is that in that way only one can transcend the modes of material nature. So to transcend the modes of material nature is not that I can do it easily normally. So what is the easiest thing? To take shelter of Krishna. And how we can take shelter of Krishna? By chanting his holy names with sincerity, with begging. So that let me take shelter of you, let me engage in devotional service. In that way, if we are able to chant these Krishna's names, then Krishna will give us the strength to nature. So we should always think that actually, to not that think that actually with my own effort or with my own qualifications I can get over this material nature. It's not possible. Only with Krishna's mercy. That's why we should always depend on Krishna's mercy. That's what actually if we say. We should not be puffed up with our material education or qualification that I have many, like I have so-called education, I have so many qualifications. So with that qualification I can get Krishna. It's not that actually we can buy Krishna with our own qualification. Krishna can be, only we can get Krishna with our intense desire, actually with love him. That's what, actually, if we want to get Krishna Bhakti, we should have intense greed to get Krishna. That I should have intense greed, no actually. Like the businessman has an intense greed that actually I should become a millionaire, I should become a crorepati like that. Similarly, a Krishna conscious devotee should have an intense greed that I should become a pure devotee of Krishna. For that, he should actually endeavor. How we can endeavor? We can daily we should pray to Krishna. Let me become a pure devotee like that. Let me become servant. In that way, we should pray to Krishna. That should be a prayer. Let me be able to chant your names sincerely, constantly for your pleasure like that. If you are able to give pleasure to Krishna, then we will also get that happiness. As we explained earlier, no? Like when we what are the roots of that? Not that if we want to be, then I should eat more, I should sleep more, I should accumulate more money. Not like that actually. If you give pleasure to Krishna, automatically we will also get pleasure because we are part and parcel of Krishna. So we should try to always please Krishna. We should always try to please Krishna. We can please Krishna very simply. How we can please Krishna? Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toya. We should honor Prashadam. Or we should serve, we should clean, whatever it may be. We should do in such a way so that it will give pleasure to Krishna with love. So whatever devotional service we are doing, we should try to do it with love. Then only it will become a devotional service. We should not think that, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, like that. We should never do, we should not do like that. We should feel grateful that actually not everyone is getting this service opportunity. So we are actually chosen by Krishna. So we should be always feel grateful and we should do the service in such a way to please Krishna and devotees. So in that way, if we do services, then we will be always happy and we can always advance. And we can do the services for a long time. In that way, we can continue. So this is what I just want to conclude from this class actually. Because for each of these questions in the upcoming verses, the answers are given. So I don't want to discuss more on those questions. So any questions if you have, you can just ask so that I can try to answer. I don't know the new Matajis they came, they could understand because we are continuing from the Bhagavad Gītā, like 14 chapter 20 verse. So, thank you. So Mataji is coming for both. She has come. Wait for her. First time. Thank you for coming, Mataji. So we'll be having this regular satsang of Bhagavad Gītā every Saturday. So we are glad to. So we'll chant one time Hare Krishna mantra. We'll invite Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
All your conversations in office or your friends, family, you try and be humble. But when you know that deliberate take advantage of you and you observe it in office also, and then they also know that you're following Gītā and then they say how do we control that situation?
Yes, it's very practical also. So we can understand from our previous lives actually when we are working we can understand that. So how we should deal with them? So that is we should utilize our Krishna intelligence actually. So anyway, whatever work we have been given, actually after doing our work we should not sit freely. Because if we are sitting free, then they will order us work. So better to get engaged in some way or other. Maybe we do our work in such a pace that we should not complete it very fastly. We should do it very slowly, nicely. And at the same time, we are getting some time, you can do something in office and all. You get this Veda base. If you want to read, you can read or do like that actually. When others are actually like exploiting us, we should react to them actually. Not that we should become angry, we should politely tell them actually I'm already having some work like that. Because in this way actually I have already quoted this story long before, but in this context it will very aptly suit I think. So this is one story from Shastras only. You might have heard it, but I just want to repeat so that we can always remember this. So in a village there was a snake actually. Some snake was there. So the snake was always torturing everyone. So it was torturing everyone. So everyone was complaining that snake is torturing, everything like that actually. So snake was also feeling that actually. Whenever I am going here and there, people are like I am torturing so that nobody is coming to me, nobody is giving food to me like that. He was complaining. Snake was complaining. So he was torturing, and Narada came. And Narada came and he told that actually, okay, you do one thing, because as you are always torturing others, so that's why they are not coming and giving to you. So you do one thing, you should not, you just become tolerant and you should not torture others actually. You just become silent and sit in one place like that. You do like that. Narada told him, so that no one will torture you also like that. He was telling. So what happened was that actually initially that snake was doing everything nonsense and everything like he was doing like that. After meeting Narada, he understand that. So what happened was that actually he was lying calmly like that actually. So he was sitting calmly, so nobody was disturbing him. So slowly what happened was that actually this is the human nature. Like somebody is not moving. That these boys and all what will do? They will take stones and they will throw it on the things, no, animals and everything. So snake was lying like this, and actually the boys were throwing the stone on the snake. So snake was thinking, oh, Narada Muni has told me, I should not retaliate. I should just accept whatever things is happening. So like that, actually snake was getting all the hits on his body. He was getting injured. So after some time, Narada Muni came, and so that actually snake was very frustrated. So he immediately told Narada Muni that these boys are actually they are always disturbing me and I get hurt. So what should I do? So Narada Muni immediately told that actually I only told you that you should not bite anybody, but you should not. Only if you are showing your fangs, there is no issue, but you should not bite anyone. By showing these fangs, immediately what will happen? These boys will run away. But you should not bite others actually. So like that, Narada Muni informed him. So after some time, what will happen was that actually whenever these boys come, he will make shh like that, make this sound. And immediately what will happen is that these boys will run away. So in this way, so in this instructive story, similarly in this way, actually we should not. Similarly, when other people comes to us, we should always be intelligent and be actually we should be intelligent enough so that we should tell them actually like I am busy with this work in a polite way. So in that way, if you are telling to them 2-3 times, then they will understand that actually he is not the right way to exploit or to work on us. So
sometimes we want to serve, but we don't know our capacity.
Okay.
So sometimes seva comes, but how much we will be able to do, we don't know.
Okay.
And we just push ourselves, and that way what happens is the seva is not done properly, and
it's not like sometimes like devotees, they do a lot of services when festival happens, and they will be bedridden for 1 week. We should not do like that actually. So daily we have to chant our minimum rounds of 16 rounds. So that we should carry out. At the same time, we should take care of health and continue the services. So one thing is that actually, I just many devotees used to tell me also initially, because whenever one services comes out, I immediately used to tell yes without thinking. So that is not a good thing to immediately tell yes. So whenever anybody you ask to one services, immediately you can just think that whether I will be able to execute that service, whether it is possible for me. Then you can tell, Prabhuji, I just think of that and let you know. Like that you can tell. That is not a wrong thing. Immediately telling yes and the devotee expecting you that you will come to that service and you are not coming, then immediately that service won't be done. So always what you have to do is that actually whenever services comes, so what you can do is that actually whether I am able to do the services. Or you can immediately tell them, Prabhu, I have this work or I cannot be able to come. I can come and assist you with it. Be honest to others. There is nothing wrong. If you tell like that, you are not interested in doing services. Nobody will think like that. So I think you can do that much one. But at least when you come on Saturdays, you can do some service. Let me clean, let me help you, like Barthan Seva, like cleaning the vessels, like that, you can help. So it depends on you. So whenever you are feeling tired, you should immediately express. To do services will increase more when we do more services. That is also one thing. So we should always think that actually. Let me that every day we should try to increase our services actually. Whenever we are being in this Krishna consciousness for this movement for many years. So we should also proportionately increase the amount of services also. Maybe whatever service, preaching, all is a service. Not that physically we should do. Whatever service we are able to do, we should gradually increase in that way. So as we do more services, Krishna will be more pleased and we will give more services. This is like a cycle. Any other questions anybody wants to ask?